Hello and welcome to Baldrick Basics. I'm Dom.
And I'm Scarlett. And we're here to show you that Baldrick boards are so easy, even a 10-year-old can do it.
An annoying 10-year-old. Each video we're going to go through either a new board, a new feature, or we're going to hook them together and do something really interesting. And I'm going to take Scarlett through it all.
Yep. And if we get 10,000 views on these videos, my dad said he'll even buy me a t-shirt that fits.
So, what are we going to be looking at today, Scarlett?
It's the BaldrickDMX.
Ooh.
We're going to be looking at the board features, the interface, and you said that I could make this moving head go flashy if I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, we're already on take 17, so let's see how this goes. The BaldrickDMX, let's have a quick board overview. We're going to start off with our XLR. We've got 5-pin, we've got 3-pin, and we've got RJ45. Now these all do the same thing. They do the same universe, but we put them on there so that when it's showtime, you're not looking around for adapters or connectors. You can just plug straight in, no panic.
I can see it has a barrel and a 2-pin connector for power, and it can take up to 5 to 48 volts.
Yep. Now the 1.0 only goes up to 24 volts, but if you've got the 1.1 or above, it's 48 volts. We've also got a 100 meg Ethernet adapter to plug into your network.
And it has a DMX termination switch, which Dad has tried to explain to me 3 times.
Well, let's try number 4, shall we? Think of it as, you know, when we've got our pixels, our pixel props. Now, if you've got the only one on there, on the port, if you turn that on, it's like a little end cap, and it stops any chance of the signal bouncing back and causing it to go a bit wonky, like we have a data issue.
So if I have one thing plugged into the BaldrickDMX and it's acting a little bit wonky, I just flip the switch.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
We've also got an oh no button. Now, if you've broken my board and you've got an issue with it, just turn the board off, press and hold the oh no button as you power it up for 5 seconds, and that will reset the board and allow you to start from scratch.
Okay, Dad, I get it now. But what do I plug it into?
Oh, anything with the DMX port. We've got moving heads, we've got bubble machines, fog machines, G-flames, random DJ lights that you can buy off Vinted.
Is that why Mum banned you from Facebook Marketplace?
Let's talk about connectivity, shall we?
Yeah! How do I make it do stuff?
Well, we obviously designed this originally around xLights because that's what we use on our light show at home.
But doesn't Mum do most of that these days?
You can also use it with FPP, lighting desks, Easy Player, anything that can chuck out DDP, ArtNet, E131 or SACN.
Are you just making up random words?
You can also use it over the Turnip network.
Okay, now I know you're just being silly.
Nope, the Turnip network allows you to connect all the boards together and add interactivity without any code, without any programming. It's just point and click and it'll automatically find all the other boards.
Does it really need such a weird name?
Yes, it does.
Is that it?
No, we've also got Busk mode. If you load up the web interface on either your phone or tablet, you've got a really nice interface where you can just create clickable buttons and you can instantly have effects that activate really quickly.
Why do you only bring up the bubble machine for other people?
Because other people don't take the mick out of my product names.
It's been an hour now and you haven't made anything go flashy.
Alright, well press that button then.
Okay, that is cool.
Alright, let's hook everything together, shall we? For these demos, we're going to use the moving head or the bubble machine.
But mostly the bubble machine, right?
We're going to try and use both. We're going to try and show that you can have lots of fixtures on a BaldrickDMX.
What's a fixture?
So a fixture is just a proper name for anything that you plug into the BaldrickDMX. So this moving head's a fixture, the bubble machine's a fixture.
Ah, so you can link up lots and lots of fixtures.
You can, but that's out of the budget for this video. So we're just going to stick to 2.
Well, yeah, we've already mentioned my t-shirt.
Yep. So let's plug one in. So if you want to plug that into the moving head.
Fixture.
And then if you want to plug that into the BaldrickDMX, that's not a fixture.
That's not, which is not a fixture.
Excellent. And then I will plug it into the bubble machine.
Fixture.
And you can plug it into the fixture. So there we go. You've plugged everything into the fixtures. We've got the board powered up. It's on the network. So now it's time to hook it up to the software.
Wow, that was kind of easy.
Yes, it was.
Do you really need to do that?
Yes, I do. Let's go through the interface, shall we? So you can see here we start off with the stats. So uptime, how long the board's been up, frame rate. This allows you to see the information that's been sent to it from the like the software like xLights or FPP. Streaming state, that shows you where it's coming from. That's really helpful if, let's say, you've got two FPPs pointing to it at the same time and you're trying to output to xLights. If there's any problems, that will show it. Temperature, how hot the board is. It's been very, very hot recently, hasn't it? And then the firmware version, you can see we're running this video on version 3.8, and I think on Monday we'll have 3.8.1, and then the IP address. So this one is Ethernet, and that's our local IP address. Test mode, I'm not going to enable test mode right now, because, in fact, let's do this. Because it's connected, if I enable test mode now, we can test all the DMX channels, and we've got a few tests, so we can do a slow sine wave, a fast sine wave, a ripple, and then we can choose a DMX preset that we've got. So that one that you pressed earlier was called Go Crazy. I mean, you can press that right now, but it won't do anything. If you press that now, what you will see is it will update here, and it will Go Crazy, and Go Crazy will play for 5 seconds, and then it'll stop. And that's how the Busk board works. Then we've got our Turnip network. Like we said here, we've got the Baldrick input, and you can see the name of it, the IP address, and what firmware version it's running. So the input one is running our beta version, which we were testing earlier. Our presets, so on here we can add a DMX preset. So we can say just smoke, and we know that the smoke on this one is on channel 20, and to get smoke we just have to back the value of 100. Save changes. Now we've got a just smoke preset. Nice and simple, really, really easy. Network config, really easy for this board. We've got BaldrickDMX, that's the host name. If we rename that whatever we type in, the .local will change. The DHCP, that's how it gets its network. So if you want the router to tell it what the IP address is, that's DHCP. And if you want to tell it what the network is, that is the...
Static.
Excellent, great teamwork this bit. This is the bit that's not scripted, you can tell. Data settings, if you're using FPP or something DDP, you want the start channel. You've got your SACN start universe, which is usually number
1.
And you've got channels per universe. Obviously, with pixels, you've got 510, but with DDP, we use 512. So you can just swap between those two. Don't say 6, 7. Finally, we've got advanced settings. If you want to test one of our beta software releases, you can just opt into that by pressing that, and then at the top it'll tell you there's a beta update. Fixed universes pop up. We're not going to talk about that today. That's something in testing. Immature humor. If you are immature like us, this will add some naughty words to the test modes and just be a bit funny, but some people got offended, so we make that opt in or opt out depending on the geolocation that you that you buy your board. And one of the fun bits is that you can start with a preset at boot, so you can have just smoke. As soon as the board turns on, it will do just smoke, and then anytime it receives a signal, it will come in and it will override whatever the preset is. That's a really nice sort of thing. You can reboot the board, and then at the bottom we've got the manual, the community Facebook group. If you break the board, if you break my board and you need help, if you just press this will give you a file to download called the debug file. If you start a triage, then that'll make it really... Sorry, am I keeping you awake? So is there not enough flashy bits for you on this bit?
We need more flashy.
All right, well, I promise you, once we get through the interface bit, we can do some flash. Is that all right? Yep. We can do the Christmas triage. That is done. Anything else? Oh, we do have bus mode at the top. I'm just going to show you bus board there, but we're going to go through that in the demo once we've done the other bits. Anything else?
Nah.
Okay, thank you.
Dad?
Yes?
How do you find the IP address on that if it doesn't have a screen?
That is a very good question. So there's two ways. Actually, there's a lot more, but we'll talk about three ways, shall we? First one is if you go to baldrickboard.local, or on the DMX, sometimes it's baldrickDMX.local. If you just type that into your browser, it should load up. It uses something cool called MDNS. If that doesn't work, then there's a few bits of software you can use to scan the IP ranges of your network, like IP Scanner or X Scanner or anything like that. But we've produced some software called Baldrick Buddy.
Baldrick Buddy?
And I can show you it here. We can see here that this has found the two boards on our network that are on at the moment, the BaldrickDMX and the Baldrick input. It'll show you the IP address, how long they've been up, anything there, and if they need an update. And what you can do is you can actually update multiple boards at the same time. So I can do this and I can update both of those boards now. So they're updating in the background.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought so. The first bit of software we're going to use is called sACNView. Now, I use this a lot when I'm using a moving head or a bubble machine that I don't have the manual for because I've lost it. So this allows me to simulate things on every port, on every fixture, to basically see what does what. Now, we already know what each moving head does. I do, but you don't. So let's have a play, shall we? So when you load it up, it'll say this. Now, you want to press the one that looks like the Wi-Fi, so you can click to that. Click there. I didn't think I need to tell you how to use a trackpad. So we can see here it's on Universe 1 with slot count 512. We already know that that's how the board's set up. We want to change where it says multicast. So we want to unicast. So on a Mac we click here. 192.168. Now what we're doing is we're putting in the BaldrickDMX IP address .68.123. And we want to switch it to unicast. Remember what I said about this bit? No, click properly. There you go. Now click start. Now we know that this fixture has about 12 channels. And channels go from 0 to 255. So let's drag number 1 up to the middle. There we go. So we can see that that's moving it around, that's panning around. So that's what number 1 is. And then number 2 has fine grain movement. So if you're trying to adjust it just a little bit. So that's 1 and 2. So remember that one. What about 3? What does 3 do?
Does it make the light turn on?
Well, let's have a go. Now, all you have to do is press and hold it there. You don't need to use another one. So what did 3 do?
Moves it up and down.
Up and down. So that's called your tilt.
Ah.
Okay. And then again, your 4 is just your fine grain movement on there. So it just moves it just a little bit. Just a touch. Okay. What about 5? Let's knock 5 up. And then, oh, I can't remember 5 is. Let's work it out. Let's do 6.
Oh,
Leave that one to there. Let's knock 6 all the way up, because 6, that is your shutter. So that is going to turn the lights on. And 7, I know what 7 is. 7 is your red. So what we want to do is let's move 1 and 3 around.
Anywhere.
Yep. And then 3, so it's not in my eyes. There we go. Let's do 3 up. There we go. And then 7 is red, green, 8 is green, 9 is
blue,
and 10 is
white.
White, excellent. And then 11 and 12 are sort of presets on here. So we can move them around if we want to do like audio mode or things like that. But the ones that we're looking for are pan and tilt, so we now know what that does. If you want to be fun, we've also got the bubble machine. We've got that on 20, so I'm not going to put the smoke on, but if you knock 21 up just to say 100. Oh, hang on a minute. Do you know what I didn't do? I didn't turn it on. Let's knock it down for a minute. Knock it down. So now if you knock it up to 100. There we go. So that's just bubbles. If you want bubbles and smoke, all right, that's enough bubbles. That's enough bubbles. We've got electronics. Okay. So this is how we use sACNView. It's a really easy way to distract your child with bubbles when you're trying to record a YouTube video for the 4th hour in a row. That is sACNView. We're going to move on next to xLights integration. Next up, it's xLights. Now, this is made more fun in the fact that in the last few days, xLights has had an update and changed stuff. So I've not done this before with this new update. So shall we do it together?
Yeah.
So before we had a controllers tab. We have a controllers icon. So do you want to click where it says controllers? There we go. So we want to click discover. And discover should find I don't know what happened there. Discover should find a few of the controllers on the network. I don't know why it's doing that, but do you know what? It's fine. So it's found the BaldrickDMX, the Baldrick input, and another controller which we're not going to talk about that we were using for testing earlier on. So we're going to leave the input there. So we've got the BaldrickDMX, it's found all the settings. That is excellent. So now let's go to models.
Oops.
That's all right. And we want to go to where it says DMX. We want to click where it says DMX. And we want to click moving head. Not moving head advanced, because those are a lot more expensive than what we've got. And now can you just drag a square?
A square?
Yep.
Like a flat one?
No, just drag a square in the box. There you go. I mean, that's a big moving head. It's probably bigger than the one we've got. That's fine. Okay, so now we need these settings. So where it says number of channels, there.
There?
Yep. So it says 8 at the moment. We're going to change that to 12.
Oh, oopsies.
It's all right. I'm going to press enter. And we go through each of these. So pan. Can you remember what pan was? What channel it was? So pan's when it moves around like that.
Channel 1.
Yep. And remember what the fine was? So when it would be that fine grain movement?
It was 3.
That was 2.
2.
So your mum was really trying to help you there. We're not going to change any of the other settings. And then the tilt. Can you remember what tilt was?
It was where it went maybe up or down.
Right, and what number was that? That was 3. And what about the fine tilt?
4.
4. Okay. Now, colour properties. Can you remember what red was?
Red was 5.
What about 7?
Blue.
Do you think? I think red was 7, don't you? I think red was 7. I think green was
8.
I think blue was 9. And I think white was 10. Well, do you know what we can easily do? Let's just this is the fun of the software, is we can just easily switch back over to sACNView. This won't appear in the record. But we can go here, we can go unicast to there, start, and we can just go 7 is
Red.
7 is red. Okay. So now we know that 7's red. We can close that back down. So dimmer properties, we're going to leave that. Shutter properties. What is the shutter? Can you remember what the shutter was?
112.
112.
You normally...
I think it was. We're gonna do shutter on value, shutter opal value. I always get these two confused, but here's the thing: these videos aren't meant to be Perfect. So we're going to click save now. And then we're going to click sequencer.
I'm going to sequence.
Oh, no, do you know what we need to do first? We need to attach it to the controller, don't we? So click controllers. And then click the BaldrickDMX.
Oh, what?
That's all right.
Baldrick input.
No, that's all right. Just click that one. Yep. And then click visualize. And then drag the DMX moving head to port number 1. Yep. Let go.
Let back.
There we go. Okay. Now.
Sequencing.
Oh, now we need to upload it. Although I don't know what's going on here. Why can't I close it? I don't know if it's an xLights thing or a Mac thing, but we're going to try.
Work.
We might edit this bit out. We'll see.
Can you press escape?
We can. Well, I can press escape. Well, maybe that worked. Let's have a look. See, you're teaching me stuff. So let's click save. And then whenever we make a change, we have to click upload output.
So click it.
Yep. Okay, so now we go to sequencer. And now we need to create a new sequence. So I want you to go up to file.
That one.
The one that says file there. File. New sequence. And let's just create an animation.
Yay, I get to animate.
And 20 frames per second for now. Quick start. Right. So let's do this. Let's just drag over where it says DMX.
Where?
The really, really tiny one there. Really tiny one.
Yeah.
Drag it over. There you go.
Oh.
I'll help you on this bit.
Thank you.
And then because we're not actually going to use the DMX, we're going to change that to the moving head. Okay. And now we have all this information. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to click that little light bulb. Click the light bulb. Now that makes it output to the DMX. So as we move stuff around, we can have a go. And so let's just start. The nice thing about this is we can use that little dice. And what that dice does is do random stuff. So do you want to press it? Oh. So now if you press play, it might start doing stuff. But then again, it might not.
Oh, it's doing stuff.
So let's have a look at what it's doing. So if I do this one and we do pathing here. And then where's the colour? Where's the colour? Colour, so we go from, is that green? And then why don't you click blue? And then what about red? And then what about pink? Okay, so now press that little start button. That little play button there. And you can see it goes to all the colours that we've been doing as it goes through. Don't look directly into the light. And you can see it's actually changing the colours now as it goes ahead. And we can change the pathing a bit more so we can keep going more paths as we do that.
Can you just do line after line after line after line?
Yeah, you can go down and then up and then down and then up and then down and then up.
Right,
and then if we stop and then we press play again.
Why is it just going up?
I don't know, but we're going to have another play. Maybe it's position. So we're going to start to there. But the point is, we've now got it working with xLights.
Yeah. What does the crayons do?
The crayons? Where's the crayons? Well, this is not an xLights tutorial. This is a getting it working with xLights. And I think we're now done. So I can turn this off so that it stops going in my eyes, can't we? Are we happy with xLights?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Excellent.
What's the next one?
I don't know. Next up, we've got Busk board. Now, you've already played with Busk board when you made it all go flashy earlier. But let's take a look at the interface. We just got on mobile and tablet. It'll appear on here and we can click Busk board. And we've got a Go Crazy button. So we can go down to settings here and let's add a new button. So let's click where it says add new button. And we've got a couple of presets. So let's call this one red light. So on there.
No.
And let's change the colour to be red. And then let's change the preset from all on to red light. Okay, now click save. And then let's go down to add button again and let's create one called green light. Just to the bottom there where it says add button. Scroll down. On there, type green light. They don't teach typing in schools anymore. So do you want to make the colour green?
Yeah.
So we're only on hour 6, so you take your time. And what preset do you think we're going to use?
Green light.
Click save. And now click buttons at the bottom. And we can see that they're added. So now you can click red light. And you can see that it starts timing down right now. So it's got 17 seconds on that. If you want to say stop it, we click blackout. So we click red light again. We start it and we can click green light. And if you click green light, that will override red light and start it again. So click red light again. And you can flip between these. It's really fun on the phone just to go whoop, 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 whoop. Click go crazy. Woo!
Everybody in my house tonight.
We don't have the money for that song.
Okay.
That is Busk mode. Bus board, really, really easy. It's our brand new feature. I'm really pleased with it. The Turnip network is what we're going to show now. It's a really easy way of connecting all the boards together without any code or complexity. Again, a 10-year-old can do it. So let's scroll down to the bottom and we've got our button config here. You can see button 1, which is our input 1. We've got an input 1 already hooked up. It's already on the network. We don't have a button attached to it, but you can add a button, a motion sensor, any sort of trigger. But it comes with a really helpful test button. And you can see on the interface that when I press the test button, it will show when it's activated and we'll show when it's locked out. So when the buttons are locked out, they go red. So let's click reconfigure and let's connect it to our BaldrickDMX. So when button 1 is pressed momentarily, we want to next, yep. We've got several options. We can control an FPP interface and we'll go and find them. Add toggle a test mode, but what we're looking for is
activate a BaldrickDMX preset.
So let's click that and let's click next. It's already found the BaldrickDMX on the network. Obviously, we could have several BaldrickDMXs because you might want to buy more than one. Click next. And then we want to activate a preset. Which one should we activate?
Go crazy. Let's
go crazy. And let's just go crazy for 1 second for now. So let's click next. And so when we activate it, we can lock out just this button, or if we've got like an input 8, we can lock out all the buttons. Let's lock it out for 5 seconds, and then let's click next. And then let's click save. And that's it. That's done. That's that integration. Those two boards are now linked. If Scarlett wants to get up and press that test button, go crazy will activate. Woo! That is as easy as the Turnip network is. Still think it's silly?
Not really.
Exactly. We've reached the end of the video. We've gone through the board. We've gone through what it can do. We've gone through all the connectors. We've pretty much gone through everything. Do you have any other questions?
2 questions.
Yes, you can make it go flashy flashy again. And yes, we can have McDonald's for tea.
Never heard of a questions, Dad.
Okay, if you can still see, if you like this video, comment below what you'd like us to cover next. If you've got any questions about it, if you need any help, if the fire brigade are on their way, please let us know. Other than that, thank you very much for watching this pilot episode. We've had a lot of fun. Anything you want to say, Scarlett?
Bye, everyone. Please like and subscribe so I get a t-shirt.
Okay, goodbye. This has been Baldrick Basics.
See ya.